Oh, June, I just found Dr. Todd's. How's Corey? Well, I don't really know yet, June admitted, running a hand through her hair. The headache and the other symptoms could be due to an inner ear disturbance. That would be relatively good news. And the bad news? Jasper asked, his heart sinking. Well, it's going to take more tests and pictures, and maybe even a brain scan to find out. What else could it be? A cranial hemorrhage or clot. There is a possibility. And that could be very bad. How bad? Jasper whispered. The worst, June replied, her voice barely audible. It's late, Jasper. Why don't you try to get some sleep? How could I sleep? Corey's in the hospital. We don't know how bad it is. No way. I'll make some nice warm milk. That'll do it. No, Jasper. That's not going to do it, June said, her voice cracking. Nothing's going to make me shut my eyes tonight. How about some nice scotch tape over your eyelids? Jasper offered, trying to lighten the mood. Albeit poorly. I know you're just trying to lighten up the mood, but it won't work. I'm scared. June's eyes welled up. Jasper, remember, the doctor said it's just a possibility. That's all. Well, that's enough. I mean, that's quite enough. June burst out. Gosh, Corey isn't just my roommate. She's my kid sister. She's my biggest aggravation. And she's the sweetest bubblehead that ever was my best friend. Jasper, his own eyes moist, put an arm around her. June, Corey's going to be fine. She better be, or I'm going to break her neck. June managed a watery smile. That sounds like something Corey might have said. Yeah, Jasper agreed, a choked laugh escaping him. You know, I'd give anything to hear one of her dumb stories right now. Me too, or her. June started to cry softly. Oh, come on, June. Try not to cry. That's not going to do Corey any good now, okay? You're right, Jasper. You're right. I'm sorry, but you don't have to laugh. June sniffled. I don't know why, but I was just thinking about the time that the telephone man came to put in our push-button phone. Oh yeah. Jasper chuckled, a tear escaping his eye. And he asked Corey if she wanted an extension, and she said, No, thank you. We'll pay for it now. June laughed through her tears. Oh gosh, but the really funny part was when he said, Look, do you want a 2-0? Foot or a 1-0? Foot cord. Yeah, she said. No. A 2-foot cord will be fine. It only has to reach up to my ear. Yeah, Jasper said, his voice thick with emotion. Oh, she was really something. Was? June's head snapped up, her eyes wide with alarm. Easies. Yeah. I can't believe I said that. Jasper. She times this time's going to be okay. Jasper. Can you tell me? No fooling. She's going to be okay. Somebody always watches out for kids like Corey, Jasper said, trying to reassure her, and himself. You do? Well, in that case, if you have any favors coming, Jasper, you ask for them now, okay? June pleaded. I already have, June. I already have. Jasper squeezed her hand. Suddenly, a loud banging on the door startled them. I'll get it. I know it's late. Jasper hurried to the door. It was Professor Fumblebottom. Looking surprisingly contrite. Good thinking, Professor Fumblebottom. Now, hold on a minute. I finally remembered why I came up here before. It's really nothing, and I know I probably shouldn't even be bothering you. To decide, right again. But you can't blame me for forgetting. After seeing what I saw, you getting mad at me. He looked at them with genuine regret. June stepped forward. Professor Fumblebottom, what you saw was not what you thought it was. For your information, Corey is in the Salty Siren Medical Center. She fell down and she hit her head, and there's complications, and there's maybe even worse. And see, Jasper was just trying to make her go in and rest. That's what you saw. Fumblebottom's face crumpled. Corey's in the hospital? You can tell us why you came up here, Jasper suggested gently. Oh, yeah. I'm so upset I forgot again. Fumblebottom shook his head. The rent is 10 days overdue. The next morning, back in Corey's hospital room, the same stern-faced doctor entered, a triumphant smile on his face. The test came back negative, and the X-ray showed nothing. You're fine. Well, I could have told you that, and I wouldn't have charged you anything, Corey declared, munching on a plate of what looked suspiciously like an entire breakfast buffet. Here's the second breakfast you ordered. Oh, thank you, Corey said, taking another bite. Corey, you shouldn't eat all that. I ought to thank me for getting rid of this hospital food before any sick people eat it, Corey retorted, utterly unfazed. There was no answer when I called your roommates. They must have left already, the doctor said, looking at Corey. Oh, okay. Thanks a lot. Well, they won't mind when they hear the good news. Are you sure I'm okay? I'm not going to fall on my face somewhere? No, not even when I trip, Corey asked. Oh, no. Yes, of course, when you trip. And when you get my bill, the doctor chuckled. That's my little joke. Yes, Corey. The dizziness was caused by an inner ear disturbance, but I can say definitely that now you're perfectly normal. Well, you must be a great doctor, because I never was before. Corey beamed. Corey, you're some character. You know what I was thinking last night, doctor? I can hardly wait to hear, the doctor said, bracing himself. Well, I was lying here last night, and I was thinking how practical God was when He made us. How do you mean? Well, for instance, take our ears. Not only are they good to hear from, they're in the perfect place for holding up our glasses. And He gave us not 9, not 11, but 10 fingers, which is the perfect amount for counting. And this is it. Wonderful that you put our arms on top of our hands. The doctor blinked. I'd hate your pardon? Well, if it weren't for our arms, our hands would hang from our shoulders like this, Corey demonstrated, letting her arms flop. Look, we won't be able to scrunch our backs. Just then, June and Jasper burst into the room, their faces etched with anxiety. June, are you jumping? Yes. Is there any news about Corey Bloom? I tried to call. The doctor better tell you. He's with her now. Thank you. Doctor, how's Corey? June asked, her voice trembling. The doctor, a mischievous glint in his eye, replied, Oh, she can go at any time. June and Jasper exchanged a horrified look. She can go? Any time? Jasper whispered. Yes. I'm sorry, the doctor said, maintaining a poker face. Does Corey know? June asked, tears welling up. Yes, I just told her. Oh, I'm gonna miss that girl. Jasper choked out, on the verge of tears. Hi, Corey, June cried, rushing to her side. Oh, hi. I'm so happy to see you both, Corey said, still beaming. Oh, gosh, we're glad to see you too, June said, trying to compose herself. Did you talk to the doctor? Yes. And you know? Yeah. How do you feel? Jasper asked, dreading the answer. Oh, fine. The not knowing was the worst part of it. Oh, Corey, June whispered, tears streaming down her face. Hey, how are you guys? You've been so terrific through all of this, Corey said, completely oblivious to their distress. Corey, you shouldn't be thinking about us now, Jasper said, struggling to keep his voice steady. Oh yeah, you know, as long as I live, I'll never forget how super you both were. Corey, is there anything that you want? I mean, anything? You name it, June offered, desperate. Well, before I go, I would like to go around and say goodbye to all the nurses. They made it lots easier, Corey said. Oh sure, honey. Oh Jasper. Well, it's almost over, June sobbed. No more worrying about me. Soon, this will all just be a memory, Corey said cheerfully. Jasper turned away, wiping his eyes. What's wrong? Just something in my eye. Corey, did the doctor say when? June whispered. When what? Corey asked. When you'd be going? June finally managed. He said around noon. So fast. You know, I wish this were in a hospital. I'd just love to shoot off some firecrackers, really go out with a bang. Don't worry, boss. I wouldn't.